Hello, hello, hello. Is it?
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar on pursuing an MBA at Department of Management Sciences, IIT Kanpur, in collaboration with InsideIIM. I am Anusha Gupta, Admission Coordinator and your host for the evening. Today, we have distinguished student who will share insights into MBA program at IIT Kanpur and shed light on the unique opportunities it offers to aspiring business leaders. So, we have
Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv. I am from Chandigarh. I'm the placement coordinator for the batch of 2025. I did my engineering in CSE data analytics at VIT University, and I then worked at a startup called Quinbe, and then I worked at Optum for 2 years as a software engineer. My current interests are in analytics and marketing. Next is Amya.
Thank you, Dhruv. So, hello everyone. My name is Amya Bhavini. I belong from Patna, Bihar. I did my undergrad in BSc Food Technology from Shuats Prayagraj, and currently I'm enrolled in second semester of my MBA here at Domes IIT Kanpur. I'm also coordinator of Alumni and Corporate Relations Committee and volunteer at the Community Welfare Center at IIT Kanpur. I'm excited to be part of this panel and looking forward to answering all your questions. Over to Ayush.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayush Goel. I am born and brought up in the city of Cochin, Kota, Rajasthan. So I am the admissions committee coordinator for IIT Kanpur 2024 admissions. I am currently a first year student at MBA IIT Kanpur. My interest is in analytics, and in my free time, I like to play table tennis. I read things, and I am here to answer all your questions and all your queries regarding the admission.
Thank you so much, everyone. Now, before we delve into the specifics, let us have like how does the MBA program at IIT Kanpur differentiate itself from the other business school?
So I would take up that question. Talking about MBA DOMS IIT Kanpur, we do have an upper edge over other colleges as we share a platform with some of the brightest minds on the campus, which help us gain insight, different perspective, and our curriculum is designed in a certain way that focuses mainly on industrial needs. For example, we do have a capstone project as part of our curriculum, which probably other B schools might not be having.
Thank you so much, Amya. So, Ayush, how does your day look like in MBA at DOMS IIT Kanpur?
Okay, Anusha, that's a very interesting question. So a typical day at DOMS IIT Kanpur starts way early at 8 or 9 p.m. It's a roller coaster ride, honestly. You learn, you have fun. There are mornings with classes extending to 75 minutes. We have case discussions, which we have assignments, which we have to prepare a day prior to the classes. But it's not all about studies. We have lunch breaks. We have 14 different halls for where you can have food, where you can have your snacks. We have classes ranging from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. in the evening, where you have specific slots. After getting free from the classes, you are free to choose your adventure. That is, you can play indoor games, you can cycle around the huge campus, or even sneak out for some yummy snacks. When you get back, maybe you have to tackle some more cases. You can chit chat with your friends. You can finish your assignments. The day usually ends at midnight, but we have to be there even at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. for the next day classes. And that's what a day at IIT feels like typically.
Very well articulated in a very well manner. So, there is an area that many of the prospective students are eager to explore. So, in what ways does IIT Kanpur foster innovation and entrepreneurship within its MBA program? And how can students leverage this opportunity? So, Dhruv, would you like to take this?
Yes. So the MBA program, first of all, encourages critical thinking and focuses on a very hands-on the job approach for its curriculum. Students engage in various live projects from various industries, ranging from finance to marketing to HR, to operations. The live project provide the much needed industry connect and are able to give the students the relief from academics and see the real-time application of what they are learning. For entrepreneurship, specifically within the IIT Kanpur ecosystem, we do have the SIIC incubator where you can find a lot of startups to work with. Also, in there itself, you can get the validation and the guidance for your idea of a startup as well. The people there will guide you, and there are professors also who help you with the intricacies of your idea and how to develop it into a startup.
So, with a legacy of 25 years in MBA, and like our department is going to like have a silver golden jubilee this year, so we have a wide range of alumni base. So, Amna, can you share some of the success stories of MBA graduates from IIT Kanpur and how the program has contributed to their professional journeys?
Sure, Anusha. So I won't be taking any names without their consent because that would be wrong. But yes, I would mention some of our alums company names and their designation. So our alums are currently holding good positions in reputed firms. Some of them are president of American Express. Some of them are managing director at Goldman Sachs and vice president at Reliance Nippon Life Insurance firm. And many of them are having their successful startups also.
Thank you so much, Abhya. So let's shift our attention to the admission process now. And this information is crucial for those who are considering joining the MBA program at IIT Kanpur. So Ayush, can you provide an overview of the admission process for the MBA program, including the key eligibility criteria and the admission application timeline?
Very interesting question. Being from the admissions committee, I'd let you know all the aspects of the admissions 2024. So firstly, all the aspirants to apply for MBA program at DOMS IIT Kanpur, you need to meet the following criteria. First, only CAT score 2023 is accepted, where the cutoff for general, EWS and NCOBC is minimum 80 percentile, whereas the same for SC and ST is 55 percentile. Secondly, you need to have mathematics in your 12th or equivalent level. This is done so as to meet the basic requirements of our MBA program. You need to have mathematics as a proper subject, not just accounts or statistics. Thirdly, your graduation marks must be specified, which is general, EWS, and NCOBC must possess a minimum of 6 CGPA or 60% equivalent percentage. For SC/ST, this criteria is 5 CGPA or 50% equivalent percent. We, as admissions committee, are opening up to non-engineers for the first time. And this is the first year DOMS is accepting applications from non-engineers as well. Till now, it was only for a 4-year degree students, but from now onwards, anyone who possesses a 3-year degree can apply as well. So, how to apply? See, firstly, you need to fill out our application form. Go to our website, check the admission process. You will see the website that is pgadmissions.iitk.ac.in. Go to that link, fill the application form, and if you find any queries or if you have any doubts, you can join our official channels. We are there on Telegram, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere you can find us. Talking about the further application process, once you fill in the form, you will be informed about your shortlist that will be coming anytime in February. So the last date to apply is 31st Jan. I'd recommend everyone to fill in as soon as possible. Talking about a special announcement, we have made application fee exemption for females. We'll be taking it in the further questions. I'd like to guide you a bit about the breakup score. So people usually ask, why is GDPR so important in IIT Kanpur? See, it's all about soft skills nowadays. We have given 50% weightage to GDPI, where 30% weightage is given to PI and 20% is given to GD. So I'll recommend everyone to start preparing for their PIs. It will help you a lot for the process. We are there we will be presenting our team at offline centers. There are 3 centers that are included this year. They are Kanpur, Noida, and for the first time we are going South India, that is Bangalore. we'll be covering some other points in the later questions. So over to Anusha.
Thank you, Ayush. We have one of the questions in the live chat that one of the student is asking that his university has awarded a CGPAs. So how to convert them into marks?
Okay, so I'll take that query. If you are given a CGPA by your university and you do have a conversion formula, use the same and write down the converted percentage. Else, if you don't have a specified formula by the university, we have given instructions in the form. You can divide it by your total CGPA, that is 10, and multiply by 100. Or in a simpler way, you can simply multiply your CGPA by 10. So the default formula is multiplying by 10 and stating your converted percentage. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, so one of the major aspect that I agree all of us have all looked up into before joining any B school, and I guess the prospective students are also looking for before joining any B school, it's placement. So could you share insight into the placement at IIT Kanpur, Dhruv?
Yes. So the placements are key for any B school, and we are no different. And we also make sure that the placement process is smooth. So the last year, the highest package was 24 LPA. The median was 17.25 LPA, and the average was 18.14 LPA. And we also mentioned the lowest package, that is at 12.41 LPA. The current placement season is going on, and its reports will be published soon. We are going at a good pace and are able to maintain our numbers even with the current market conditions. The roles in the SIP and final placements are varied and are available in all the domains. We have analytics consultants, we have product managers, data analysts, we have project managers, management trainee, business development, also financial analyst and risk analyst in the finance domain. There are also certain students who like to go for the HR roles, that there are HR manager roles, right? The MBA placement cell is a student-driven program slash initiative with the help of a faculty coordinator. And also considering that ROI is one of the key features of the MBA program at IIT Kanpur, the placements that the MBA program here at IIT Kanpur provides is a great value add for your next step in your career.
Thank you so much, Dhruv. Let's take a different talk about on the topic. Let's talk about life on campus at for MBA students. So are there any opportunities for extracurricular activities, clubs, or events?
Yeah, I'll take that for sure. So, DOMS is not just about studying. We at IIT Kanpur maintain a culture where you can participate in extracurricular activities, clubs. There are sports like cricket, athletics, badminton, table tennis. We have the SAC lawn where you can go for table tennis, where you can go for badminton. We have Olympic size swimming pools. Fitness enthusiast, you are welcome to our gyms. They are world class. Talking about sports, it is a very important part of our daily life as well. Me being interested in table tennis, I went for the Inferno tournament that is conducted for the freshers every year, and luckily I got the gold medal for my team. And if anyone is coming to IIT Kanpur, believe me, it will serve you with one of the best environment that any college can provide. We have inter-IIT tournaments for sport enthusiasts, for tech enthusiasts. We have cultural fest like Antaragni, where uh, big names like Darshan Rawal, Amit Trivedi come, and you can enjoy their concerts. We have Udghosh, which is the annual sports fest. We have Tech Kriti, the annual tech fest. You get to interact with a lot of young minds. You get to interact with BTech people. You get to explore everything that possibly you will get in any top B school of the country. Talking about clubs, we have department level clubs like consulting club, analytics club, marketing, HR. So it depends on your interest, which field you want to join. And if you have an interest in any domain, you may join the same. We have pan level IIT clubs uh, involving policy making. We have sustainability cell. We have e-cell. We have music drama clubs. Currently, we had e-summit where many eminent speakers came for the same. You can attend those sessions. So life at IIT Kanpur is what you make out of it. So it's not just studies. It's not just about your classes. There's a lot to explore. There's a lot to learn.
Thank you so much, Ayush. And yeah, we do have a lot of activities that go on the campus. Along with that, we have our own management festival at Prabandhan. And we also have, career counseling sessions as well as personality development sessions, which help the students to grow their interpersonal and communication skills. So we have already taken a topic, Amya, right, when we talked about the alumni, and we have a, large chunk of alumni base with us. So, how does IIT Kanpur engage with its alumni network, and how can MBA students be benefited with this strong alumni committee in terms of mentorship and networking?
So yes, when we talk about alum base is basically the backbone of any B school. You need to have a strong alumni base, and I can assure you that IIT Kanpur is having a strong alum base, and it's very approachable in terms of mentorship, helping you out. We keep on having webinars and sessions in a frequent levels where alums from a part of different countries, they join over and they help you out with your queries. They assist you. They even take on few sessions regarding some of the skill development programs that we have, workshops. And apart from that, we few months back we had our alum meet where batches from all the batches, like from different batches, they attended our alum meet. It was a very big event, and they do offer us live projects and internship because as they are part of big firms. Thank you.
Yeah, so as Ayush, you have already mentioned that this year we have changed the admission process and we have made it open for non-engineers as well. So we have been receiving a lot of queries that, this is the first time that we have opened admissions for the non-engineers. So how will this curriculum offer to accommodate these candidates?
A very interesting question, Anusha. So talking about the curriculum, we are offered the compulsory subjects as every B school does in the first semester. You get to study marketing, operations, HR, accounts and finance, as well as QMDM, that is basically math, probability, and statistics. Uh, Coming to the differentiation and how we are going to accommodate non-engineers. See, here is what differentiates IIT Kanpur from rest of the schools. Here you get to choose your electives. You don't have a specialization. You can build up your specialization. Just as you may have heard, jack of all trades. Me being in the second sem, I have taken subjects from various domains. You get to learn analytics, you get to learn advanced corporate finance, there is brand management, there is applied machine learning, and many more. So it's up to you how you choose these subjects, how you build up your profile, and how you want to go in your career. Talking about engineer bias, we are totally open to all backgrounds as the program equips you with the knowledge and skills that are required in the business world. There will, I'd recommend everyone to go through the curriculum. There is a total of 216 credits. We have the capstone project that is very unique to IIT Kanpur, and we have I think 70 credits as compulsory and rest of them are optional, that is you can build up on yourself. And that is all for the curriculum thing. Thank you.
So we have a live question. Pranav is asking that he is a fresher. Do I stand a chance for converting? So
So
I
I'll take that question being a fresher. So yes, you do have a chance to convert, and I can assure you that because I'm the one sitting out here. So yes, but you need to do well in your GDPI because it consists majorly of your all your assessment process. So do well there because it consists of 50% of your weightage.
I hope that answers your question, Pranav. So yes, so can you guys share about your GDPI experience at IIT Kanpur? Dhruv, you wanna take it?
Yes, so I had my GDPI in Noida Center. I clearly remember the date as well. It was 16th of March. So the experience from the very start was very smooth. Once the document verification was done, we had our GD. We had 10 students in my GD and two panel members. We had a lively discussion on one of the current topics at that time. So that would be one thing I think all the students need to prepare and be aware of the current ongoings currently. Then two panelists took my interview. A lot of questions were regarding my work ex. So to all the students who have some work experience, make sure that you know about what you did in your job and how you did it as well, and what value add did you provide there. That would be one. They wanted to understand why I wanted to pursue an MBA. So that is another important question that you should be preparing. Then there were other questions regarding my background and what interests I had. In overall, it was a great experience because even after I exited the interview room, there were students, our seniors currently, who asked how the process went, and they offered other more advice as well.
Yeah, adding to your point, like during my interview, it was held at Noida campus, and it was more like, I really liked the process when I went there, and you know, with the interview to the GD, everything went smooth. And my GD, like my personal interview, focused more like it was overall based upon my work experience as well as the current topics, and it was a mix of mathematics. So those who are preparing for it, so just prepare some basic mathematics to prepare your well before the PI. So, any tips or advice that you would like to give to the prospective students on preparing the GDPI and interview? Ayush, Amya, Dhruv?
Okay, sure. I'll take up the question. So when talking about the interviews, there's no specific key that to when it comes to MBA admissions. You need to have a firm grasp on all of your basic topics from undergrad, current affairs, and you need to know yourself thoroughly because that's where you can't go wrong. So basically, in my interview, it was all about myself. They asked plenty of questions regarding me, and luckily, I knew about myself a lot. And because you can't even go wrong, because they'll keep cross questioning you. And after that, I had a plenty of questions from my undergrad. Being a fresher, they kept on asking me my work ex co-curricular, sorry, no, my co-curricular activity, curricular activity, my other programs that I did with my NGOs. About that, current affairs was the key for. Same goes for GDPI and PI both. You need to have a firm grasp on current affairs too.
Adding on to that, I'd like to say to everyone, brush up your undergraduate subjects. See, for an interview, it's you, only you. You drive the interview. And talking about my experience, I build up my introduction in such a way that questions are usually asked from some interesting part. Let's say I have interest in reading, so they'll probably ask, "What's the last book you read?" And the further questions will be built upon that. See, they don't want you to learn how good you are at mugging up the concepts. They want to learn who are you, what is your personality, how do you handle situations. So my advice to everyone is practice, learn about your surroundings, know about the current topics for GD, start speaking in English, start discussing topics with your friends, and uh, do a little bit of math. It's I know many people do have this question, is it only math? Is it only technology? Is it only techno managers? We'll be taking up these questions, but yeah, you should know the basic math that is from your 11th and 12th grades. And yeah, thank you.
Well, Ayush, I would like to add something to that. So, yeah, during your interviews, please don't act smart with your panelists because they are currently enrolled here. They're teaching you right now. They have been teaching like for a really long time. They know in and out of you because that's where you lose them. When you act smart with them.
So I would also add, as you said, start tracking your GD because that is one key area where you can actually shine, right? So GD and PI, that is where you showcase yourself. In GDs, I would say that start preparing with other students who are currently trying to get into the same B school or other B schools as well, right? So once you start preparing with them, you have an idea of how the GD will go on in a live situation as well, right? So that would help a lot.
And adding to all of these points, first impression is the last impression. So how well you are dressed up and how well you are putting yourself out in front of the panelists. The moment you open the door till you walk to your chair makes an impression that how a candidate is. So please also focus on the soft skill part also and your interpersonal skills also. So like we have a few of the questions that we are receiving in the live chat. So will the batch size of IIT Kanpur increase this year as the non-engineerings are also coming this year? So Ayush, wanna take it?
Yeah, so see, the batch size is a very dynamic subject. It's totally up to the authorities how they decide it. It's up to the autonomy of the authorities. It keeps changing every year. For us, the batch size was around 150, and it's even we don't know what it's gonna be the next year. But whatever it's gonna be, every batch is different, and every batch has a objective. We are currently going through the transformation of 20 years, the DOMS, and our objective is diversity inclusion, as well as we are trying our best to get the best set of juniors that we can. And I hope that answers your question. There is no specific batch size as of now. It will be decided later.
So next question we have, please give us some insights on the student exchange for MBA students in IIT Kanpur. Dhruv, you wanna take it?
Sure, it's fine. I'll take the question. So talking about the student exchange program, we don't have a student exchange program currently, but we are in talking terms with the other universities about dual degree program. It's still under consideration, and the MOU has been signed, but we are still talking about it. So once it's completed, it will be published by the department.
Okay, thank you so much. Next we have, please explain the relative grading system of IIT Kanpur and are there any disadvantage of it? So Dhruv, do you wanna take it? Or any one of you want to take?
Okay, so I'll take this. The relative grading system is a big plus to anyone who is coming up and who is afraid of getting low grades. So we have a system that gives you grading points for each subject differently. That is, we start from 10, that is grade A, then we go to 9, that is B plus, then we go to 8, that is B, and so on. The advantage of grading system is that even anyone who has an average academic background, he gets a chance to score a good CGPA because of relative grading. Uh, Furthermore, overall, the batch has a overall good CGPA. And IIT Kanpur specifically has changed this system for this upcoming students for us. Previously, it was a totally different system where scoring a good CGPA was tough. But from now on, it's a very good system. I have shared the document from my side in the official Telegram channel. Any one of you can access it or visit our websites for any more further information. And I think that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ayush. Next is, how true is that IIT Kanpur provides mainly techno managerial role? So Dhruv, you wanna take it?
Yes. So, the MBA program at IIT Kanpur offers a holistic approach towards management. It is not solely focused on technical and technology or just analytics. It is focused on an amalgamation of all the things together, all the domains of management. The program here approaches on a very hands-on approach, and uh, a it gives an overall feeling towards the towards all the domains. And for very specifically, in each and every role today there is some kind of technology used, so we do cater to the needs of the industry as it progresses, so that for every role, whether it is marketing, whether it is finance or HR or operations, each of them do use analytics as a tool. So all of that is provided, but it is not just solely that. You are taught everything in a combination so that you can be holistically better than your peers, right? So there is no techno managerial role as such, but an overall approach is provided towards your education here at the MBA program.
Okay, thank you, Dhruv. Next we have from Satish. I have 61% in my grad degree, but it only shows honors. So overall 54% only. Am I eligible?
So I'll take up that question. Satish, if you have 61% as your overall percentage for graduation, then you are eligible for sure, provided you had math in your 12th. But if it is coming down to 54% after the conversion formula, then you are not eligible because the minimum criteria is 60% that is required. I hope that answers your question.
Okay. So the next question is IIT Kanpur a good option for someone who wants to completely change their field from IT to management? Who would like to take that question? Dhruv, yes.
All right. So I am someone who is from IT sector and I wanted to change towards a management role, right? So the program here is actually one of the best programs to make that switch, because you are coming from a field where you know about IT, and you're coming to a college which also teaches you, in addition to IT and in addition to analytics, it also teaches you how it applies towards the management subjects. It applies on how it applies to marketing, on how you can analyze the market, or how you can analyze various financial reports if you want to go into that domain, right? So when a program offers all these things, it becomes a much better program for those people who want to switch roles.
Okay, thank you so much, Dhruv. Next we have from Raj. Being a non-engineer and eligible, being a non-engineer and eligible this time, will I face any difficulty in placements? So it's related to placement, so Dhruv.
Yes. So again, in placements, you are not judged about whether you were an engineer or were you not an engineer. The placements judge you about what you have learned here, what you have grasped here, and how well you can apply it during that interview or during that whole process. So a lot of the process for even for the placement processes, a lot of them are case study based. So how well you can adapt to the situation at that point of time is about how is about the placements, right? So you will get a lot to learn here, and once you learn and apply those things, you will definitely be able to do well in the placements.
Okay, thank you so much. Nandini is asking, I heard that this year batch will be reduced. Is it so? So Nandini, we have already mentioned, and Ayush has already mentioned, like we don't have a specific number this year, and it's at the hands of the administration. So once you will get to know. And she is also asking again, can you tell me more about maths they ask in the interview? Like what are the topics? So
Okay, so I'll take up that question. Uh, yeah, so many people are of the notion that you need to have some high level math or you need to practice some engineering mathematics for the interview. Let me tell you, this is not at all true. We have already asked for the basic level math, that is your 12th grade math. You can brush up on topics like probability, some basic stats, algebra, your graphs, your functions, and I'll tell you what type of questions are asked. In my interview only, the question that was asked was draw a graph for x square minus 1 or x square plus 1, let's say, or let's say mod x. The basic questions that you do in your 11th and 12th board level questions. Apart from this, if you want to go into some basic of stats, you can go to formulas of standard deviation, formula for variance, skewness, etc. And I think the math that you do in your, like, the basic calculations, that should be good. Your tables, your basic addition, subtraction, and the aptitude you practice for your quant in your cat level. Only I think this is it. And yeah, I hope that answers your.
yeah, and additionally, just brush up your skills on integration and differentiation also. So usually that also can be asked. And apart from that, all the basic 10+2 maths like formulas and its application also. So next we have Akash. Does someone with 84 percentile journal meal engineer with good ACADS 988 and 24th month work experience have a chance of final conversion?
Okay, so gem profile, the one of the best profiles in cat. So Akash, it doesn't matter what percentile you have. Again, I'm stating the fact that 50% weightage is your GDPI. Fill up the form. If you get a call, it doesn't matter what percentile you are because the weightage for CAT score is just 20%. It's 20% for your CATs. Your profile is a decent one, 10% for your work ex, and rest 50% is dependent on your GDPI. So let's say if you even score 40 and someone's scoring 30, you are 10 points ahead of them. So think in that way and start preparing for your PI after this webinar only. I'd suggest, even if you have not filled the form, do fill the form, please. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, Ayush. And like there was one question I missed actually. Uh, Hi, I'm an engineer, GEM, EWS, and want to get into analytics. Would it be great to join? Dhruv, you wanna take it?
Yes. So analytics is one of the key focuses that the MBA program at IIT Kanpur does have. So we have to, what you need to understand is that analytics is applied in each and every field, like I said. So it would be like MBA program at IIT Kanpur would be great for you to join if you are interested in analytics and want to learn how to apply them in various other fields.
Okay. So, uh, Jatin Yadav is asking, I have an interest in sales and marketing. What are the opportunities here?
Dhruv, you wanna take that up?
Yes. So for sales and marketing, especially for marketing role and other roles, we do have SIBs and placements, final placements of business development roles, marketing trainee roles, brand management roles. So all and even product management roles now. So we have all those areas of interest if you are interested in marketing and sales. Uh, that being said, there are also live projects offered in the same area. So the live projects which are offered are basically a 3 to 4 hours commitment per day towards an industry specific goal, which is assigned from the organization or which comes to us, right? So those opportunities are available as well. So overall, for the whole 2 years period of time, you can engage in various activities to enhance your skills in sales and marketing.
Thank you so much, Dhruv. Next we have, oh, Ayush, you already has a fan. Ayush Bhai, thank you for your constant support on Telegram. What topics to cover for GDPI, like which genre?
Uh, PI, I have already stated that brush up your UG subjects. If you are a fresher, the whole interview will be, it will mainly be focused on your UG subjects because see, for WorkX people, the projects they do, the kind of experience they possess, the industry they come from, they are basically asked these type of questions. And if let's say you are a fresher, you are basically asked on your interest, why do you want to join your this MBA program, why specifically what type of subjects are you interested in, what's your domain you are interested in. You don't need to have a thorough knowledge for the field that you are interested in. Just have some basic knowledge and see, it's about why, it's about you. Again, I'm saying, drive the interview. The questions being asked by the panel, they are not here to judge your knowledge, they are here to know you. You will be given marks based on your personality, your way of answering the questions, your confidence. And about GD, go through some current topics, go through the what is going around in the world. My GD topic was practical based study curriculum in India is better than theoretical program. So it was a discussion around this topic, and it can be anything. See, it won't be like if I suggest you some topic, you have to only prepare about that. You need to know the facts, you need to know the information, you need to have a have an attitude that if I am reading this thing, then I should extract information from this. If I am reading some newspaper, if I am reading some article, go to some online sources. We have newspapers like Hindustan Times, the Hindu, Economic Times. Go through them, prepare well for your GD. All the best.
Adding to the point that we are going to have a budget session, right? So go through all the current events, and also not to forget that a lot has been happened. Like in 2023, there was wars, you know, and this recession and everything that is going on. So do take all of, like, read all the topics as well as create an understanding. That is what is your take on these things and how it is actually impacting India, something like that. So the topics will be basically revolving around this when it comes to the GD. And sometimes, in PI also, they want to understand your thought process on certain topics, just to understand what kind of critical thinking or analysis skill that you have. Okay, so prepare for that. Next, we have number of seats this year. Actually, we have already mentioned, like, we don't know the exact number of seats, and it is on the administration that they will be disclosing it. Then does roles like data science, machine learning roles come for MBA students specializing in analytics? So, Dhruv, what is your
Yes. So, the basic answer is yes. Data analytic roles, data analyst roles, data scientist roles, machine learning specialist roles do come for final placements as well as SIPs. Like so, around 27% of the roles that were offered were analytics last year in the final placements. So I think that answers your question. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, we are coming to an end of the session. So we'll be taking only few more questions that will be winding up. Then Shrishti is asking, is CAT is compulsory for IIT Kanpur? Yes, it is. I have come from manufacturing core work in engineering. Will it be easier to switch domains to analytics, data science? So yeah, Dhruv, you wanna take it?
Yeah. Again, so switching roles is as easy as you can make it, right? Once you start studying a subject and once you start applying it and again learning it again and again, you start applying it more and you start understanding how things go in that industry, right? So even if you're from a core background, you can also come up with ideas of about how you can apply it in the core industry as well, right? So that is where MBA program at IIT Kanpur differentiates itself, and I think that is the core proposition that our program here offers.
So next, Nandini is asking, percentile differs according to your category. Yes, it has been already mentioned by Ayush that we have a different percentile categories. You can go and check our website. How is the PhD on marketing management IIT Kanpur? Uh, we are currently talking about an MBA. If you go and want to check about the PhD on marketing management in IIT Kanpur, you can obviously visit our website and get more insights. Number of seats this year, we have already picked up this question. And we also had, okay, so I don't have any experience letter as of now, what to upload. So if you don't have an experience letter as of now, if you have offer letter and the pay slip, you can upload it that. Okay. But IITs are doing better. Okay. So we have also received some few questions from the Google form that we have got responses. And I'm going to take up one or two questions because we are running short of time. So one of the question that people have been asking, so how do IIT Kanpur keep at place with the placements and academics compared to its peers? So what is your take on this, guys?
So coming to placements and the curriculum, first of all, unlike all the other, like not all B schools, we do have a semester system, and it gives us more chance to actually learn in depth about the subjects. And the thing is, once you learn more in depth about a subject, you actually have the ability to talk about those subjects when we are sitting for placements, right? And that is one thing which a lot of organizations do appreciate about our college, right? So once they come for placements, we have a strong relationship with them and they keep coming back to us. So that is why we have a lot of legacy companies that we have, right? So that is one thing that happens. And the other thing is we compare with the other IIMs. Other thing is we do not need to compare with the other IIMs as such, or other B schools. We differentiate on various topics, and we have a different value proposition altogether, right? We are a premier institute, and that is reflected in our curriculum as well. Yeah. Anyone else would like to take up?
Thank you so much, Dhruv. The last question that we will be taking is, how will SOP be evaluated and does it have any role in selection?
Okay, so I'll take up that question. We firstly don't have any SOP in the application form as of now. But if you are building one, SOP is basically a brief idea what you want to do with an MBA. What is your intention with an MBA? A good MBA, a good SOP should certainly give your individual what you aspire to do. Where do you see yourself few years down the lane? And the similar questions. So for IIT Kanpur, you don't require a SOP. Just focus on your GDPI. And I hope that answers your question.
So, yes, we have reached the end. I want to express my sincere gratitude to every one of you for being part of this insightful session. A big thanks to our distinguished student panelists for sharing their valuable experience. And your insights have undoubtedly provided candidates with a deeper insight and understanding of MBA program at IIT Kanpur. I hope you candidates found this webinar both informative and inspiring. The journey towards an MBA is a significant one, and we believe that the insights shared today has given you a glimpse into the unique opportunities that awaits you at IIT Kanpur. We wish you all the very best and hope to see you at IIT Kanpur. Thank you.
All the best.
All the best, guys.
All the best, everyone.